Okay. So where are we today? Today we are still talking about Arabic adjectives, but now we want to discuss how to make an adjective from something beyond thulathi mujarrad. So to quickly remind you, thulathi mujarrad, thulathi mujarrad. Ah, so that means three letters with no extra letters. So you're going to say, for example, from kaf, fa, ra, you're going to say kafir as an adjective. One who does kufr, from, for example, kaf, ta, ba, katib, writer. Or, for example, from sheen, ra, ba, sharib, a drinker, sharib, one who drinks. Yani, so the adjective for the doer, if we're only dealing with three letters, is fa'il most of the time. That's what we covered. And we covered also that the adjective for the thing done to, the adjective for the thing done to is maf'ul. Maf'ul. So you'd say, now I never heard makfur. This term, I never heard that or saw that, makfur. But it is mentioned in the Quran. It is mentioned in the Quran, man kufir, man kufir, kufir. Kufir is mentioned in the Quran, kufir. Yani, had there been a word makfur, it would come from kufir, kufira. Well, I never saw makfur before. Katib, so the thing written would be called maktub. And that which was drank or drunk is called mashroob. And like that. So this is what we talked about. We're dealing with just three letters. And we said also that there's a pattern, an adjective pattern in Arabic, a sifa, which is fa'il. This pattern, fa'il, is dealing with three letters. And it could mean fa'il, doer. And it could mean maf'ul, receiver. Yani, done to, rather. Done to. Fa'il and maf'ul. So, for example, rahim has the meaning of rahim. That's what the author told us. And qatil has the meaning of maqtul. So then, when you see wazn fa'il, something has the wazn of fa'il, then you want to investigate, unless it's clear, the context might be clear, then you might want to investigate, is this with the meaning of fa'il or maf'ul? Whatever is the letters going in the space of fa, ayn, and lam. So I told you, for example, Nabi. Nabi has the pattern of fa'il. So Nabi could have the meaning of fa'il, or it could have meaning of maf'ul. Nabi, which we translate as prophet. So that means now you know the word nabi is technically is an adjective, but the word prophet, that's not an adjective. We translated an adjective into what's not an adjective. So if it's the meaning of a doer means the one who delivers the naba, the one who delivers the naba, the news. If it's maf'ul means the one who gets the naba from the angel. If it's fa'il means the one who delivers the naba from God. God gives him naba, news, and he conveys that, so he's a nabi. Or if it has the meaning of maf'ul, then means the angel delivers to him, so he receives from him. And then I added something for you. I told you there are also other patterns such as fa'al, which you know already, and fa'ul, and there's others. Fa'al, so for example, a person might be a kadhab, or he might be a kafar, or he might be a najjar, carpenter. He's a carpenter, najjar. Or he might be a attar, someone who sells fragrance, perfume, man. Fa'ul, so a person could be a rasul, or a person might be an adu, or a person might be a kafur. And there's other also patterns besides fa'al and fa'ul and fa'il. What's the basic pattern? Fa'il. That's if it's 3 letters. Fa'il. When you have 3 letters, then you can amplify the form. By using some other forms like fa'il and fa'al and fa'ul. Now, what if something is made of more than 3 letters? There's one rule. How about I break it down for you first and then we read? If something's made of more than 3 letters, there's one rule. So let's see. Let's get a reminder of our options here. More than 3 letters. So that means more than 3 letters means 4 letters. So that means something like fa'ala or af'ala. Yeah, you know what I mean. Having such pattern, something that has the pattern of fa'ala or af'ala or fa'ala. So let's start here. Fa'ala, like what? Like sallama. Sallama. Okay, so how do we get the adjective, the doer or the receiver from this? You need to take it from the mudari' form. You need to take it from the mudari' form. What would be the mudari'? That's a broad rule here for all these cases. What would be the mudari' of sallama? Would be yusallimu. Yusallimu. So how do we then get an adjective from here? By two things. One, remove the mudari' letter and put a meme with a dhamma. And put a kasra on the letter before the last letter. In this case, this is there already. Put a kasra on the letter before the last letter. And then what are you gonna, and as for what's at the very end, excuse me, the vowel at the very end, that's i'rab space. So that's another issue. We're not talking about what's on that letter. So that's not an issue here. So then what's the result going to be? The result's going to be musallim, musallim. So if anyone sallama, which could mean he gave a salam, then he is a musallim, a salam giver. Or here, af'ala. Let's take this example. Aslama. The rule is it's taken from the mudari'. What's the mudari' of aslama? Yuslimu. What do you do here? Exchange the mudari' letter for a meme with a dhamma and put a kasra on the letter next to the last letter. The next to the last letter. And put a kasra on the next to the last letter, which happens to be there now. This is the doer we're talking about here. Doer. So what's the result going to be? The result's going to be Muslim. Aslama yuslim. Aslama yuslimu islaman. Fahuwa Muslim. Yani, he submitted. Aslama, he submitted. He yielded. He conceded. Yuslimu. He yields. He concedes. He submits. Fahuwa Muslim. He is therefore a submitter. What else we have here? Fa'ala. Fa'ala. Such as, how about jahada? Jahada. You take the adjective from the mudari'. What is the mudari' of jahada? It is yujahidu. Jahada yujahidu. What's the rule? The rule is you exchange the mudari' letter for a meme with a dhamma and give the next to the last letter a kathra. And so what would the result be? Mujahid jahada, he exerts or exerted. Jahada, he exerted. So exerting means putting effort. Yani, he exerted a lot. He exerted a lot because already jim ha dal already means to exert. So put the alif there, you're going to amplify the meaning. Yani, just with only 3 letters, it's already going to mean to exert. Add more, you're going to amplify the meaning. Jahada, he exerted a lot. Yujahidu, he exerts a lot. He is therefore a mujahid, a great exerter. Okay. Let's take a look, inshallah, at the book. Because you got the picture now. It's very easy. I can give you more examples, but let's read now. So the author says, may Allah have mercy on him. وأما ما زاد على الثلاثة فالضابط فيه. As for what has more than three, the rule for it, الضابط, the precise rule, the exact rule, the precision, the ضبط of the case is أن تضع في مضارعه المل أن تضع في مضارعه الميم المضمومة, is to put in its مضارع form a meme with a ضمة موضع حرف المضارعة, in the spot of the مضارع letter, وتكسر ما قبل آخره في الفاعل, and for the doer you give a kasra to the next to the last letter, وتفتحه في المفعول, and you give a fatha to the next to the last letter for the receiver. نحو, such as mukrim. So you know mukrim comes from what? From akrama yukrimu. Now, to reduce mukrim back to the mudari' should be easy for you. Mukrim means going to be coming from yukrim. So now reduce that mudari' back to the maldi. If you can't do that, means you need practice. So mukrim is coming from akrama. I'm giving you the maldi here. It really is taken from the mudari', but I'm reducing it all the way back. Reduced to the lowest denominator. So mukrimun, that means, comes from akrama. Akrama means to be hospitable to someone, to be hospitable to someone. So akrama huwa fahuwa mukrim. He is therefore a hospitable one. Wa mukram, with fatih before the last letter, this means the one who was treated well. The receiver of the hospitality. Wa mudahrij, so it means, comes from dahraja. Mudahrij, a roller, someone who rolls something, not a thing that rolls on its own. Wa mudahraj, the rolled thing. That's the maf'ul. So mudahrij is ism fa'il, still called ism fa'il, even though it has more than 3 letters. I have a wobbly thing here. Ism fa'il, still called ism fa'il, even though it has more than 3 letters in the maldi. And it's still going to be called ism maf'ul if it has fatha. So the ism fa'il, or simply the fa'il, the doer of dahraja, is a mudahrij, and the receiver, or that which the rolling was done to, is a mudahraj. Yani the maf'ul is the mudahraj. And wa mustakhrij, so comes from istakhraja. You should be saying that on your own. If this is not coming to you until I write it, that means you're behind. So istakhraja means to withdraw, to pull out, to seek to make something come out. استخرج الماء من البئر. He pulled the water out of istakhraj al-ma. He pulled the water out of. He made the water come out of. He withdrew the water from the well. So look how many words we need to translate this one word. Istakhraj means to seek to make it come out. So how are you going to say that? Sometimes we'll translate into one word. Depends on what it is. Depends on what it is. Like withdraw. Withdraw is one word. To withdraw something, though. Here, withdraw is transitive. To withdraw something. Not a thing, not, for example, an army withdrew. That's intransitive. That's their own action. Talking about making something come out. You istakhraja malahu min al-ala. He withdrew his money from the machine. He is therefore a mustakhrij, a withdrawer. Wa mustakhraj, and withdrawn as a noun, an adjective, withdrawn. Wa mutadahrij, mutadahrij comes from tadahraja, tadahraja. This one means rolled. That means for something to roll itself. This is intransitive form. Tadahraja dulab, the wheel rolled. So it is therefore mutadahrij, a roller. Mutadahraj, what's that though? Tadahraja, so then let me see here. Actually, I'll show you. Mudahrij, mustakhrij. وقد يستوي فيه لفظ الفاعل والمفعول. So mutadahrij is not here in this copy. Just mudahrij and mudahraj and mustakhrij and mustakhraj. And then this here, mutadahrij is not, it's not in this copy I'm looking at here. Allahu Akbar. Praise and thanks are due to Allah Ta'ala, who granted us correct knowledge. May Allah raise the rank of Sheikh Abdullah, who taught his students very well. Alhamdulillah, and may Allah have mercy on our mashayikh. Ameen. Any question? Okay. So, let me look at some words you know, really quick here. Such as mujtahid. So that means comes from ijtahada. Yajtahidu. Fahuwa mujtahid. He is therefore a mujtahid. Is there something else? Amana. But this one is ghayru salim, unsound. We have not yet been dealing with unsound verbs. But yani, only because you're familiar with some things here, I'm going to use it. Amana. Yu'minu. Yu'minu. He is therefore a what? A mu'min. Believer. A verifier. Amana means he verified something. He deemed it as true. A truth deemer he is. A mu'min, the truth deemer. Deeming something as true that is. Believer. What else do we have? What if someone aznaba, sinned? He is therefore a muznib, sinner. But he would what? Yastaghfir. So he is therefore what? A mustaghfir. A mustaghfir. What came in the hadith of Nuzul? That the real meaning of the hadith, that the angel comes down and he says in the last end of the night, Hal min mustaghfirin? Hal min mustaghfir? Is there a repenter? Or is there someone repentant? It's an adjective. So someone might translate it as a verb. Is there someone repenting? Well, someone repenting. Both of them together, that works too. Mustaghfir, someone repenting. Because it really refers to the someone. It's an adjective. Now, the author wants to talk about something I think is fine enough for us to leave until next week. Because really, what he wants to get into is to talk about some cases that are ghayru salim, unsound. Actually, before getting to the chapter about ghayru salim, before he gets to the chapter of unsound things, he's going to talk about adjectives that are actually from the category of ghayru salim. Why he's doing that? Because he wants to finish the chapter of adjectives. So he is then going to skip ahead a little bit, bring some of the talk that pertains to unsound verbs here, so you can know how to do the adjectives, and then he's still going to, what comes after that, al-muda'af, then he's going to start talking about what's unsound. So that's actually a very good segue. This book has very nice structure, very sound. One thing leads to the next thing in a very good way. So we'll stop there. Do you have any question?